Welcome back to A Corporate Time. We've got John Graham in studio.
Hey!
Howdy, howdy.
For the very popular segment, What's in My Mouth?
I don't have a song.
I was going to ask, no song this time?
No song. I've been working on it all morning. I had some new lyrics that I was going to do. It was taking a turn. Okay, hold on. I'll give you one. You know what? I'm gonna go rogue here, and I'm going to give you one. Let me load this up. I do have one that may or may not. It might be too spicy for the show, but hey, you let me worry about that. I think let's go with this one right here. Open your mouth. 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 Put it in your mouth. You little piggy. Put it in your mouth. You little pig, put it in your mouth, you little piggy. Here comes my D.
No, come on.
And then I edited it.
You saved the day.
I got it. I got it. I'm a broadcasting hero.
Now, John, if in the future...
Because John's so mild-mannered, I feel the need to make all of his intros very aggressive and shocking.
Oh, by the way, when you have some cereal here, and
I got 3 boxes.
You have a lot of stuff. Because
you came prepared today.
This segment has gotten so popular. Now you're doing it on TV shows.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Let's also. I'd like to point out that we have a lot of people that are in the Tom and Dan multiverse. We have so many cast of characters and friends of the show, and you are one person that actually puts effort into what you do.
Well,
EJ does it.
Game Show Drew.
Okay, Drew does it, and Cadillac Pat. 3 people. You, Game Show Drew, and Cadillac Pat all work hard at what you do. You work the hardest. EJ, nothing.
The least.
The least. EJ, look at this segment. If you want to see what to do and take it to the next level, this leads into what our next topic is, that John has now syndicated this segment and now has elevated it to television. Tell us about it.
Yeah, just yesterday was the first time I was on the Daily Flash, which runs around the country, but it shoots here in town. I think it's an hour long. Yeah, it's an hour long.
Should have known that.
I know exactly.
You sound like EJ.
You just said I do a great job, and I
you're just like EJ. You're all just like EJ.
Our buddy Mitch English is the host. Yeah.
Our buddy.
Andrea Jackson's
my
the other
buddy.
co-host.
He doesn't even know who you are. That's my buddy.
No, we come as a pair. Like they know Tom and Dan. If they know Dan, they know Tom.
Did you know Orlando City wanted me to do halftime announcements, and they wanted me to do it alone? They were like, "No, Tom, this time." We had him before. That's a true story. They called and they're like, "Hey, Dan, do you want to do halftime announcements?" I'm like, "I'm on speakerphone with Tom," and they're like, "Oh crap!"
They got all awkward. They're like, "Oh,
hey, Tom, you're cool too. Hey, hey, Tom, what are you doing here? Tom, might be a good time to go to the bathroom while we talk to Dan."
I like when someone involves me in an awkward situation where they think it will hurt my feelings, but there's no hurt.
There's not.
It's impossible.
Yeah, it is. So you were on the Daily Flash.
Yeah, which if people haven't seen it, it's kind of like a morning chat show.
All right.
Nice.
They have guests, and you just cover like the headlines and stuff like that. And so they had me in. They didn't call it "What's in my mouth." They called it "What did I just eat?"
Oh,
okay. All right.
So it's completely
it's
different.
It's a little clunkier. I'd say their name is a little clunkier, maybe a little less inventive, but that's fine. I mean, all of everybody that's successful takes something that's truly unique at one point and waters it down to something else.
Yeah. Did they accuse you of inserting your DNA and everything?
It's only been once, but I don't recall that happening.
All of the songs, I like to imagine that you, right before you open the door to our studio, I mean, you're just dragging them on everything. Everything.
Yeah. And I wanted to be because of we wronged you back in the day.
And we didn't even know we wronged you. And you've been holding this for 20 years to get back at us.
What if he's...
This is like a Nico Avocado thing, whatever his name is.
Nico Avocado,
The long game.
Yeah, I'm always
I've
2
been
steps.
playing.
Yeah.
The long
You watch
game.
Nico Avocado? Yeah.
I stopped for about a year and a half.
2 steps ahead.
That's
He's always 2 steps ahead.
What if he Scooby-Doo rips off his mask?
Oh my God.
John the Alarm Guy.
Oh my God.
And they're like, you didn't even change your first name?
I was like, oh my God. I was like, do you owe us money? Let's settle up these bills for. Okay. All right. So how did it go?
Oh,
Were they
it went good.
receptive to what am I eating?
Yeah, I took in one of the foods I brought to you guys a year ago, which was ice cream from Salt and Straw that has bugs in it for Halloween, chocolate-covered crickets and stuff like that.
Oh, my God.
That's what I was going to say that surprised me when you're like, oh, I brought this in, but I did it a year ago. So, you know.
We've been doing this for a year?
Yeah,
exactly.
A year!
I know.
I thought you had done 2 or 3 in the past.
We've done 80 versions of the... No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
I can't believe it's been a year.
I don't know, like
Yeah.
8 times, 9 times, something like that. I don't
Like
know.
that, yeah.
It's a lot longer than I
Yeah.
thought.
Well,
Time goes by.
I'm glad it went well. The idea is to syndicate this out to even more. If you have a TV show or a radio show where you would like, and you better pay him. You better pay him
Yeah.
to come out there, because he spends. A lot of people don't know that you spend a lot of money on all the food you bring here, and then Tom and I hoard it and bring it home to our families. Yeah, we take it and bring it home to our families like poor radio people do. Okay.
All right. So let's start.
Yeah, so we kind of blew right past it. So the concept is new foods that are in grocery stores and fast food places and stuff like that.
Sure.
I've tracked them down. So one of the first things I did, I think October was the first one I did a year ago. Frankenberry, Count Chocula, Boo Berry, Fruit Brute, and Screamin' Creeper, Carmen Creeper. Those are the cereals that they only reappear around Halloween now. They used to be, when we were kids, Frankenberry was around all year round. But
Yeah.
now it's only for the holidays. And this year, the big deal is they put marshmallows in them.
Okay. All right. So they changed it up with Frightful Friends marshmallows.
Mm-hmm.
This is I've got
So
this is the one.
essentially Lucky Charms, right?
I
Well,
guess-
different flavors. Like that one's caramel apple flavored. Frankenberry's, of course, strawberry flavored.
Yeah, with the
Count Chocula's
the
chocolate.
marshmallows. Let's see, marshmallow shapes. They kind of look like worms. You got some worms in here. You got some snakes.
All right.
Yeah, this is Monsters Have Pets Too. Meet the Monster Crew's Frightful Friends. So they have like now all the different guys. So like okay, so I'll explain it to you. Frankenberry now has a bat marshmallow companion named Benny.
All right.
And then the Wolfman or Count Chocula has Igor.
Tell me a bedtime story, Daddy.
And then we have Boo Berry has Meowberry, and then Carmela has a snake pet named Scratch. So there you go.
And I bet those are the marshmallows.
Yeah, those are the
Yeah.
marshmallows. I'll
Now-
hand that to you.
I know this is a nerdy question,
Please.
but is there any nutrition in there at all?
Surprisingly, yeah. I mean, they put it. They add them.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
fine.
they
Yeah.
spray
I
them.
don't
They got
care,
the spray
right?
on vitamins.
Fortified with vitamins and minerals.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
They
Yeah.
just spray some vitamins on them, right?
Speaking of that, you like that segue there? I actually brought in Cheerios for you. A new Cheerios called Cheerios Veggie Blends. Grab a fistful of those, and this is banana blueberry flavor. But see if it.
Okay, hold on.
Don't look at the front of the box and see
All
if you
right.
can tell me what the 3 vegetables
But
in
I'll
there
hold
are.
it so the
Okay.
camera
Tom
can
seems
see
to be
it.
looking.
Well, okay, because I'm constantly like looking
go.
for
Don't let that fall.
ways that I can give nutrition to my sons
Mm-hmm.
because just like a lot of kids, not every kid, some kids, and by the way, you're bragging if you're like, my kid will eat sushi and everything an adult eats. I'm like, yeah, I mean, come on.
I mean, my kid won't do. She eats a lot, but not everything. You know, I mean, she gets picky sometimes. I mean, kids are kids. You know.
Yeah. And I'm looking.
But you're
to
talking
hide.
about the beanie. You're talking about the thrift store beanie families where they're like, like where they'll hand their kids something super sophisticated.
Oh yeah, like my kid
yeah.
will eat squid.
Like
Squid?
go eat your urchin. And the kid's like eating it.
Yeah, how is he-
You're right. They love bragging about that.
Just, they only eat mac and cheese. And,
Yeah. Or if your kid can sit alone without an iPad and not act like an animal, and you're like, oh yeah, he loves to meditate. Just shut up. Get out of here.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Those
So obviously
are,
there's vegetable powder. So obviously not as good for you as
yeah,
eating.
These are terrible.
vegetables.
These are straight trash. They're
No.
terrible.
You
John,
didn't like
they're
them? I kind of like
terrible.
the blueberry banana part.
The blueberry flavor to me, it's bad. It tastes. I can't do it. I
Well-
can't do that. I like regular old plain no sugar cereal.
No,
It'd be dry.
Just cardboard.
Cardboard. My dad
Sure.
used to, but my dad used to do it differently. He would do a bowl of Cheerios, and then like 6 or 10 scoops of sugar, big tablespoons right on the top.
So, John.
Yes.
My wife constantly talks about like, oh, you need to eat.
yeah, you've been cheating on me again. I can smell that whore on your neck.
She's like, you have to eat whole foods and all this stuff, and
But does she eat all whole foods?
And no.
Okay,
She-
then yeah. Don't let her do anything if she's not doing it.
And I'm like, what does it matter if the vitamins come in a Flintstone shape or an actual fruit or vegetable?
Well,
it's
the
still
fiber,
the vitamins.
The fiber is what she's
Okay.
probably talking about.
No, she's
There's
talking about
more
the
benefits in the raw food because it's more than just vitamins.
Oh yeah, I know the fiber, but you could put that in a powder form too. All I'm saying
I
is,
take it every morning.
Can you just put everything in powder?
All
and
powders.
because it's in your
Do you like
body.
powders?
What?
Are you a powder man? We like
Nah,
powders. We
crunching.
powdered veggies. I'm not really a.
Yeah.
It's all just a
I mean,
mush.
they're okay. They're a supplement, but I wouldn't like eating powdered vegetables is not going to take the place of eating broccoli once in a while.
Yeah.
But why? I think it's scientifically
We
the
gotta
same.
we gotta get there.
It's in
Because
a.
I hate broccoli. It is the
I'm into broccoli.
I despise broccoli. I hate it so much.
It's just a mush in your stomach, and your intestines are leaching out the tiny
I think
micro.
it's the process though.
The vitamins, yeah, but it's like the difference between like eating an apple and drinking a glass of apple juice.
Well, I know there's more sugar in it, but
And less fiber.
Or it
Well, I
goes like
think-
the fiber.
But I think we discount the process, and I'm not sure on what exactly I'm going to say here, but it's like if there's broccoli in your stomach, the process that your stomach has to go through to digest that raw food of broccoli, to me, would make sense that they get more nutrients out of it than just some sort of a powder. Because the powder is going to be dried, so automatically, just because it's dried, if it has a half-life like anything else, it's not going to be as potent, it's not going to be as concentrated, there's not going to be as many other benefits. Maybe just the process of your stomach doing what it's supposed to do with real broccoli is how you leach more vitamins. I don't know. That's just my thought.
Imagine if
That's
we had
a
a real
thought.
smart person here
I know.
instead of us three. Yeah.
I know. I don't even know what that means, but that's just what I think.
It's in your body, turns the doo-doo.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
A mush pie. What else we got?
Let's see. Oh, here, let's just dive into. Well, actually, here, there's stuff on your table there that's warm food. So let's dive into the Taco Bell.
Warm food.
So Taco Bell's been
I haven't had a
publicizing.
warm meal all week. You hear that, Andrea?
Taco Bell's been publicizing through the end of the month now. The double decker taco is back,
Oh, the double decker taco is the best taco they ever
Exactly.
made.
and for me, they're perfect because they're great for driving. Like eat a regular taco in your car, it explodes
Yeah.
everywhere. But it's what they do for folks who've never seen them before. They take a regular Taco Bell taco and then take a flour tortilla, put a little bean on it, and then kind of wrap that around. So if you eat it in your car, it's not going to fall everywhere because you kind of got a wrapper around your taco. And then Dan's looking at, there's a new hot sauce Taco Bell has from Omar Apollo, who was nominated for Best New Artist for the Grammys a few years ago. I've already forgotten the name of the hot sauce.
It's called
Dish-A-Hot. That's it.
Dish-A-Hot.
Dish-A-Hot. This is actually his family's recipe.
sir.
It's actually a recipe from his family. It's not that hot. I mean, it's a little spicy, but it adds a lot of flavor. If you want to give that a try and see what you think of that.
So they partnered with Omar Apollo,
Yep.
who, by the way, I have no idea. I've never heard the name. And
He's more of a Spotify kind of musician than like
Okay.
Billboard Top 40 musician.
Gotcha. And
Squirt a little of this on there.
and by the way, I love when like big corporations like we partner with Omar to come up with a recipe for a new hot sauce. Literally, all Omar did was sign the paperwork for
He's
the
like,
Indonesia.
"Give me
Well,
that."
actually, to be fair, I mean, you're right in a lot of cases. In this case, his family was already making this hot sauce. It's his mom's recipe, and then he's selling
I
it
like how
to
John
Taco
just said,
Bell.
you shut your fat mouth, Tom.
Yeah,
you
but
shut your
still.
filthy mouth.
But still, yeah.
That's what everybody else online does. But still, there should be more of this. It's wholesome, or people say, I don't care if it's fake. I like it.
I don't believe the corporation, John.
I'm
I don't
buying it.
believe that they just used whatever close enough. Anyway, all right. And but I got to give it to Taco Bell because they have used the same, let's say, 15 ingredients and just
nice there.
in different combinations to make different things for their entire history.
Yeah.
And it's like,
It was good.
the double-decker taco, which is the same thing. We
Exactly.
just put
Yeah,
the
they just
crunchy,
add some beans.
You put the crunchy shell inside the soft shell, and now you got a whole new thing.
That's pretty good.
There's a rumor that
Yeah,
the
that's
next
good.
promotion they're bringing back a few. They've been testing this in California. They're going to bring back. Do you remember when Taco Bell had tostadas?
Oh, I used to love the
They're
toast.
bringing back tostadas. They're bringing back the Mexi Melt. These are all limited time.
Dude, Mexi
if,
Melt-
if it really happens.
I didn't mean to call you dude. Mexi Melt was my jam.
Oh, Mexi
because
Melts are the best.
It's just meat and tomatoes.
And yeah, and
Cheese.
they're pico de gallo.
Yeah,
and that's the
so
thing
good.
is like if you try and go to a Taco Bell now, they always say you can customize everything on the screen there in the restaurant, and they have pico de gallo, they have the tortillas, they have the cheese, but if you try and put those all together with the taco meat, they won't. Last time I tried, they wouldn't let you do that. So this,
Yeah, I
which
don't
is
think
kind of funny because it's literally like Tom
That's
said,
good, right?
all stuff they have in the restaurant, but it's hard to
Need
get a
napkin?
Mexi Melt.
This is gonna make some people mad. All hot sauces are basically the same, and I haven't.
No way. Yeah, no. That's just
See, this one's like
all hot
tomatillos
sauces
and
are
a spice
basically the
blend.
same to a moron. It's not. No.
I mean, you got the extra hot ones, but
No,
if
no,
you
no,
give
no,
me
no.
a blunt,
There's a bunch of different flavors.
What do you mean?
Man.
You think
Like,
that just tastes like peppers?
an Asian hot sauce is completely different.
That
This
doesn't
one-
taste like
This one's
Tabasco.
more peppery, and this one's got more of a roasted vegetable
yep.
flavor than like your standard your other hot sauces that you have.
I can't taste the roasted vegetables.
I know you can. This isn't for you. This isn't for
I've
people
got a
that
dumb
hate
tongue.
fun.
Everything is kind of, again, it's all mush in my stomach.
But you got to really concentrate on it. You got to really like when you bite into it. You got to.
I'm concentrating. I'm thinking as hard as I can. It's all the same. Anyway, sorry, John.
Well, if you want to wash that down, I've got on your tables there the Coke Zero Oreo flavor.
All right.
Okay, this we're just running out of ideas now, right? Coke
So
Zero.
we got Coke Zero that tastes like Oreos, and the next we'll have Oreos that taste like Coca-Cola.
Okay, all right. Why
Now-
are we doing this again?
Now, the
Kills time on the air.
No, not us. No, I love having you here. Okay, John, that's fine. I didn't mean to rattle
Why
you,
are
John.
you here?
John, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It wasn't directed at you. I'm talking about the flavoring. No one has ever thought, other than somebody wacky, like, you know what would taste good? A drinkable Oreo. That sounds like something you would say hi to your friend.
That's like an astronaut food or something.
the person
Ooh,
who,
it smells really good.
but it does seem like the person who did say that doesn't care about 0 calories. So, which is odd. It's
Yeah.
like, we're going to make a 0 calorie product that tastes like Oreos.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a rumor that there's a full sugar version available in
There
Mexico.
is.
I
I've
don't
seen
know,
it.
you know.
Yeah, there is.
God,
I've seen it.
It kind of smells like Oreos.
It smells like an Oreo.
All right, let me drink
And I would say sit with it. Take your first sip and then let that kind of mellow and then take a second one. I'm sure this is never how Coca-Cola would promote this. I actually end up tasting it more after about 30 seconds, which I will politely call the burp. You know,
You do.
Oreos.
It does taste like, it's funny.
That's
it
witchcraft right there.
It tastes like the outside of an Oreo.
Tastes
not,
like the outside of an
not,
Oreo.
Not the cream filling.
No.
But the, like if you lick
There is
the
a
outside.
sweetness to it.
yeah, there's a
but-
little bit of vanilla or something in there.
Yeah, there
that-
is a hint of vanilla, but you can taste that chocolate cookie. That's weird. That's witchcraft. Now, what are these?
These are actually Oreos that taste like Coca-Cola.
Okay.
It's like a double thing. They intentionally put them both out at the same time.
Mess with your senses. All right.
These, they
this
have
is,
like the little popping rocks, like non-branded pop rocks in there to give you the little carbonation crackle.
Okay.
These I really taste because most colas are really 3 flavors. They just blend them together so you can't really differentiate. It's cinnamon, vanilla, and citrus.
Okay.
And so like I can really taste the citrus in these cookies.
Me too. It's like they put too much citrus in the cream.
That does taste like a Coke, which, again, is something that I feel society didn't really want.
No.
Now, if you drink your Oreo soda, it takes your Coke flavored Oreo and makes it back into an Oreo.
So, okay.
I'd say I'm afraid to try dunking one because you might
Yeah.
hit the singularity.
You know,
or
I've never
something.
been a dunking Oreo guy, but my dad would. My dad was an Oreo guy, and he would do he would just do a full sleeve of Oreos.
Those Pop Rocks are
Yeah, it is. It's great.
off-putting.
Yeah, it is off-putting. Yeah,
Okay,
I've
I
never
don't need that.
understood the Pop Rocks and the Oreo, but they do it a lot. Okay, that's good. I like those.
Let's see how much time we got.
Yeah,
'Cause I can
yeah.
keep going.
Keep going.
All
Keep
right, let's
going.
see.
Power through.
I only have one bag of these. So last time I was in, I brought in ramen that was supposed to taste like s'mores, and that was pretty awful, right? Do we agree?
But I will say that you were the first person to break that story, and then I saw it everywhere.
I'm so proud.
It was everywhere. The s'mores ramen.
Well, last time I was in,
Are you gonna throw up?
because they were
Okay?
they were
You all right?
exclusive to
He looks
Walmart.
like he's gonna throw up.
No. I was thinking about I have to immediately work out after this. And I'm going to have an accident in my pants.
All right,
Oh.
we'll be all right.
So yeah, last time I was here, s'mores flavored ramen. Which, by the way, last time I was in Walmart. Walmart usually has a discontinued, we're getting rid of this stuff section on discount. And I saw some of the ramen in there. So if anybody really wants them, go check that section of your Walmart. I brought in Funyuns that taste like ramen.
See, I think that's gonna be good because it's salt.
Yeah.
This
Keep
is gonna be
this-
great. This is gonna be the best thing you brought all day.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can guess this.
Specifically, this is called Funyuns. I assume you say it Maruchan. A hot and spicy chicken ramen flavored
Oh yeah,
Funyun.
those are fine all day long.
Okay,
That's normal.
Yeah, keep the salt with the salt.
That'll fix you.
So what
You'll
kind
be
of picture
better
is?
after
I think
that.
they're regular Funyuns with
You're
like
better after that now.
like the
Yeah.
dusty spice packet that comes in Funyun kind of Funyuns. Comes in ramen kind of coating the outside.
It's not my favorite. It does taste like ramen, but it does taste like a normal Funyun, which set my mouth back to normal because you were screwing with me a little bit with the Coca-Cola Oreos.
Yeah. And like when you start dusting some cinnamon on the Funyuns, then I'm like, God, get the hell out of here.
That's a thing now.
I need some salty powder.
No, they're doing that. Like if
I
you
know.
go down the chip aisle, you'll see like dessert chips. I want to
Pumpkin
punch. I want to
spice.
punch them all. I want to start pulling them off the
Well,
shelves.
you remember when Taco Bell though used to have the cinnamon Crispas?
Those are good. Those are good. But I'm talking about like they take something, they're like, oh look, we took like regular potato chips and like sprayed Snickers all over them. I'm like, that's un-American. Like I don't feel like that should be allowed in some weird way.
All right,
Those are great.
I got two more. We got time
All
for two
right,
more?
yeah.
All right,
let's talk
so
'em out.
retro sours. Do you remember around 2001, Altoids put out a thing in these little round metal cans that I think they just called them Altoid sours. There were like 3 different flavors.
People loved them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after about 10 years, they just discontinued them. So people have been wanting them all this time. So there's a company that buys up or tries to duplicate products that have been discontinued. Like there was a candy bar called the Bar None. That's not around anymore. They make it.
All right.
Tea-berry gum. You ever remember? That's like grandma gum. It's tea-berry gum. It's got a weird flavor.
Grandma gum. That's what I call my wife's panties. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds disgusting. But I don't know. It means nothing.
And so this is those here. The Florida humidity got to them a little bit.
Oh, that's okay.
But right now, the only place I've been able to find them is at Cracker Barrel.
You
of all
keep these in
places.
your slingshot and it got rained on? You know he's a slingshot?
you have a slingshot?
Yeah, that's all he
a
rides
Polaris
around.
slingshot?
A Polaris slingshot. That's all he rides in. He carries all this stuff in the back of his slingshot.
So it's from a company
Oh
called
my God!
Iconic Candy, and it's retro sours.
God!
Oh,
love
even
them.
wow! Because I think compared to some sour candies today, that's
Whoa,
not that
wow,
bad.
that is sour.
Yeah. That got me.
And this one's the mango flavor. Here, I'll eat a couple.
That's way more sour than I thought.
So you went into Cracker Barrel to buy this
Yeah.
into the store?
Actually, I went in 3 times because they didn't have them the first 2 times.
Oh,
Wow.
good. They don't have it on their website or anything? Cracker Barrel. doesn't
Cracker
have a
Barrel's
website.
Cracker Barrel, how much do they... I want to be, in my older age... Also, I want to do a podcast with a sucking candy in my mouth. That's always been a dream of mine. I want to be the little old lady that my job is just to keep children from knocking over the snow globes and all of the Bret Michaels and Toby Keith's piss cutter hats that are in. You know, they always have like all kinds of crazy stuff in there, and I want to be in charge of the gift shop.
Oh.
That's probably a pretty coveted job, though, right?
Well,
Got to work your way up to it.
I'm not sure what's worse, being the actual server or the gift shop.
No, gift shop's way better.
Yeah, I guess you just have to stand there, but you do have to like.
Occasionally, you got to go over and be like, "Please stop playing with the Santa Claus."
Yeah.
You got to go over there.
And the toy section, and then I'm sure the kids
You got to wipe down all the slide whistles. Everybody's been mouthing them. You're mouthing all my slide whistles. You yell at some people.
And then I used to let my sons just finger all the candies. I'm like, I don't know.
You
Whatever.
can lick them. I don't know. They're free candies. All
I
right.
bet they don't get any tips though.
Oh,
Yeah,
probably
right.
not.
And
But
last
they do
one.
get
go
little
ahead.
embroidered stars on their aprons, and that
Yeah.
makes up for it.
That's just as good as money.
Last one. Well, I do have a bag. I brought you a bunch of stuff. If you want to fill time, we can always grab some more out of that box. But I have icebreakers. You've seen those little square gum. You've
My
seen those-
daughter loves icebreakers.
This is icebreakers shifters. It's wild berry to cool mint.
Sad, there's too much.
So here, you want to
What
start, Tom?
happened is a good old spearmint.
So the berry goes away pretty fast. Like within the first 5 seconds, you get berry, and then it transitions into cool mint, as they say.
Yeah, I don't like shape shifting gum. You want to give that back to your buddy?
Sure.
Oh, just at the dentist the other day, get my teeth cleaned, and they asked me, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do some fluoride treatment."
Oh,
which,
don't-
by the way, I had no idea what that even does.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Which flavor will you want? Do you want?" They
I want it to taste like fluoride.
well, they had like They're like, "Do you want marshmallow, wacky berry?" Or whatever. And they went through all these,
We've
and then
made our kids too soft. Do you
or-
see that?
or
we've
spearmint.
made a whole pack of wacky berries out there. This is why the world's in shambles.
And I'm like, I'm a grown man. I'm like, have you had any other grown men choose the marshmallow? If you did, you should get the hell out
I
of
think
here.
they do.
Who doesn't just take the damn spearmint?
My
But-
dentist doesn't ask me anymore. I just get orange every
No,
time.
orange.
Orange.
Orange is the worst. You just
I
get-
hate it.
You get the spearmint.
That's pretty good.
That's what dentists should always have.
Now I'm a little older than you guys. When I got fluoride treatments as a kid, it was torture. It was like some gooey liquid you put in your mouth. It was orange flavored, but it was purple for some reason.
Okay.
And it burned.
Whoa.
And
I don't know if
nobody
that
else,
was
like, I hear
fluoride.
people today like, oh, yeah, I love going because it tastes so good when they leave it. You know, and I was just like, oh, God, it was like literally, I'm going to throw up if I don't
We
get this out of my
we had
mouth.
a swish. I went to private school for my elementary, and the hippie moms would come in like once a week on like a Tuesday, and there'd be the one hippie mom, and she'd come in because I guess she was like our mom. What do you call that? A teacher's mom, the helper.
No, okay,
and there'd be little Dixie cups with a little bit of green liquid, like fluoride, and we'd like take a break, and then they'd hand all the cups out. And then we take our fluoride, and you'd have to swish it for like 1 minute. You'd watch the clock, and then you spit it back into the cup, and then set it on the thing, and that was your fluoride treatment.
That's how, in school.
In school, we did that. I don't know if anybody else had that. If anybody else knows what I'm
remember it in school.
referencing, but yeah, we got it in school.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was a different time.
Yeah.
I mean, there was race riots.
They're not racist. They're using hoses to keep the colored children out of the schools.
I mean, I don't have no idea. Different generation. You know,
Now, when you were in elementary school, did they give you the little red tablets to chew on to see where the plaque was on your teeth?
No, my
No,
mom wouldn't let
no.
me use those.
Okay.
My dentist would give me those, and then my mom would like, don't do that. That's trashy.
Yeah, I went to elementary school in the late 80s and then transferred over to the early 90s. So they were already, futuristic back then.
Oh, yeah. With
Just a
word
little bit.
processor, yeah.
Space teeth.
We're looking right into the eye of the future.
Let's do one
One more.
I should grab some
One
on the bag
more.
there. Whatever you
Let's
think.
do one more.
All right, hold on. John's going to give me the choice.
If anybody wants to see more of my nonsense, ThatGuyonTV.com.
ThatGuyonTV.com.
I actually got the clip of Daily Flash.
Oh,
up there,
send
right?
that to us. We'll throw it up there. I'll
Okay.
throw it on our social to
Sure
get it some more heat.
All right, I've got some sunflower seeds.
Dude,
I got
go
some-
that
with
are
Bigs.
Taco
Yeah.
Bell flavored.
Go with Bigs. Go with the Bigs.
the big sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, here we go. These are the only reason I like these, and these are Taco Supreme, Taco Bell flavored sunflower seeds. All the baseball guys talk about Bigs.
Okay, all right.
All of and there's another company that our buddy Jesse Wolf is working with. Remember he talked about the sunflower seed
the
company,
seeds? Yeah, yeah.
that he's working with that's going after Bigs. So this is what he's going after. These are Taco Supreme flavored.
Now, again, when I eat sunflower seeds, I usually eat them in the car because then you can just spit them out the window.
Oh, I like that. So you're supposed to take a handful of them and put them in your mouth and then like chew them.
Yep.
Yep. And then when
Just
you
a pinch between your cheek and gum.
and then you spit out the shells.
Mhm.
Yep. That's how you
Unless
have to
you're a
smell.
blue
I'm gonna
jay,
start doing
you
it
do.
all over
Yeah.
the studio.
You just spit them out on the floor like Roadhouse.
Yeah, like
Okay, yeah.
that's pretty good, right?
I taste
A lot of sodium. You better run.
Mhm.
I taste the Taco Bell. Weird that they had the Taco Bell Supreme because the Supreme has
Sour cream.
Sour cream.
Yeah, there's milk in this.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna throw up on your run. Inside each sunflower seed, there's a little bit of sour cream.
I get it with the sunflower seeds with the baseball players because they like
I'm dropping them everywhere.
they like chewing tobacco. They're like spitting stuff out, putting it. It's more of like a time waster.
Yeah.
But who buys them? Like I know you just said you're.
Oh, they're buying the
eating them in car.
boxes. Like when you
But-
look at a dugout at a major league, like any major league park, if they're having a game, if you look in the dugout, there's probably like 100 bags. That's what I had to do too. You have to puke them out. Just puke them out. And you'll see like 100 bags of sunflowers down there.
I'd say I've gone through a couple of sunflower seed runs in my life. You know, like buy a lot of them for 3 or 4 months and then don't eat them for a few years.
Yeah.
Just seems like that.
I do that with ladies of the night. I get an insatiable thirst, and then I have to swear them off.
Like the average Joe, that you're not getting much from the sunflower seed.
It's the salt.
It's just you just want to get
You
salted.
get the salt, and it's just the salt. It kills
Something to do.
time.
Yeah,
it is
okay,
something to do.
right.
I mean, you could be Baker Mayfield, be popping Zins. When are you going to bring some Zins by?
Oh, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, did you see him doing that on the sideline?
No, there are Zens the
Nicotine pouches.
nicotine
Yeah.
Can you still
Yeah.
buy flavored ones here? Like I know in California
I don't
they've got
know.
laws where they only have to sell.
I
you
know
can't
Baker
sell
Mayfield's
flavors.
got him. I'll see him on Sunday. Maybe he'll give me a Zin.
There, a lot of workout guys like the nicotine because they say it enhances you. Not only gives you better workouts,
Yeah.
but also gives you better cognitive ability.
I
or
agree,
whatever.
Which is a nice way of saying you're wired.
I mean, before
Yeah.
before I go to Curves, I do an like an ammonia sniff, and then I load up with sunflower seeds and caffeine, and then I go to Curves and I do do some light stretching and some step up.
Well, John, what do you got going on this weekend or for Halloween? What do you do for Halloween?
Yeah, do you give
let's
out
see. Well, if
candy?
anybody wants, I haven't done it this year. I'm one of those guys who buys the full-size Snickers bars.
Oh, okay.
Whoa!
And then I usually have a few of. There's always going to be some kid who can't eat peanuts, so I'll buy something else for them.
Oh, you should ridicule him.
And then last year,
Weak.
2 years running, I've done this. I also buy those like mini packs of. Oh shoot! What's the cinnamon liqueur? Why can't I pull it?
Oh, Fireball.
Fireball.
Uh,
You can buy the little ones. You got to go to the liquor store. Don't go to the gas station. You'll get the terrible. You seen that? There's 2 versions of Fireball.
yeah, but that's a
Yeah.
knockoff version.
Yeah.
that
Well, it's
has- like
branded.
malt
It's
liquor.
branded
Come on,
Fireball,
it's
but
for
so they can sell
poor
in gas
people, you
stations.
guys.
Yeah.
Gotta have.
No, it's just for gas stations that don't have liquor licenses.
yeah.
That's what it's
You
for.
go in there, you can get anything in there. So like you get a one hitter in there.
So you can hand out can. Do you have a lot of people go to your
Not
house?
a lot. I mean, I did before the pandemic. I got a few more. So some people I just don't think. Well, actually, you're the ones with kids. I see those things where people just like, oh, what's the one where you go trick or treating out of the trunks of cars? Have you seen
I don't
that?
like that. I don't like trunk
It's not
or
the
treat.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
they
other
do
people
at
that we know
schools.
do it. I support.
I understand why people do it, but I also understand why
White people do it. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
why people?
Yeah,
It's
there
a
you go.
white person thing.
Yeah,
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 trunk
yeah.
or treat is lame.
Yeah. It's because everybody's so paranoid. They're like, oh, we can't be going to
You know what's
house
worse?
to house.
You know what's worse is when we used to have to do it in the office, and then people bring their kids around. I'm like, oh god.
No, the radio station.
Yeah, I'd be like, they're like, clean this place up. Put your pornography away. Children are coming up here to trick or treat.
What's
And
the
I'm
wor-
like, this is a place of business. Tell them to stay home.
What's the worst thing you ever got trick or treating? I remember one year somebody was giving away. I don't know if they must still make them. It's like the individually wrapped. They're breadsticks, but they're like crackers. Somebody was giving away those. And then one house was giving away toothbrushes.
Yeah, the dentists always give away toothbrushes. I feel like that's like just to disrupt the system somehow. I
think
don't like that.
The worst thing that happened to me is I got molested.
Yeah,
Yeah, you win. You win.
I did get kidnapped.
I
Yeah.
laugh about it now. No, it's fine. What did I say?
That's
that?
the night. Halloween's the night I went out to trick or treat, and then my dad died. 'Cause I never got to say goodbye because I was too busy getting that sweet, sweet candy. Anyway,
ThatGuyonTV.com.
Yep.
Is your website.
yes, sir.
And if you want to hire John Graham for
Yeah, oh, wow.
your local TV
I like
show,
that idea.
radio
Yeah.
show,
We got to get you out to more of our stuff too, just hanging out. Next
Yeah,
time we
sure.
have an event, if you're free, you should just come hang out.
I'm surprised no other radio. We were just at the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
They are dying for people to come
my
give them
God.
free like segments.
Yeah, that place is wide open. By the way, you can walk right in. It's so there's no security, no nothing. We're like, wow, what is this place? They've really changed things up
I
there.
forgot. Did you guys know? Like, this is years ago, but I used to actually. I was a DJ on weekends for 3 years at WLOQ.
No,
and
really?
LOQ.
Yeah.
You're doing the smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz and more.
Oh, you got that
that's
voice
you.
for
That
it.
was you. That was you. Oh, me and Andrea. I'll boof my wife. LOQ. I'll give her it.
What's the difference between regular jazz and smooth jazz?
Well, smooth jazz is smoother than your
okay.
standard
I
regular. No, regular covers a lot of stuff. Smooth jazz is particularly like a
It's definitely got the edges sanded off. But
Dave
yeah.
Koz.
Yeah.
you
Okay.
know,
Huge
like-
Groove, Mindy Abair. Oh, I could keep going.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have all of them. But there's I put it on for my dog. He loves it.
Yeah.
Dan Smith loves smooth jazz.
It's the joke, but you used to hear it a lot in doctors' offices, and now it just. I don't even know if there must be a satellite radio station of
Oh yeah,
smooth jazz. But
some of my favorite satellite radio stations are the ones that like play stuff that you shouldn't be listening to. Like there is a channel on Sirius XM. I'll give you two that are great. One is called Escape, and it's all the music of Lawrence Welk, and it's
Okay.
awesome. If you just want to chill out, it's all instrumentals, and they're crazy songs. They're crazy. They're bananas. Great musicians. And the other one is called Grown Folk Vibes.
All right.
And Grown Folk Vibes is all like grown up black people funk.
Okay.
It's like what older black people think all black people should be listening to.
okay.
Yeah, it's like
So it's a
Gap Band and
Gotcha.
and real good Motown and a lot of stuff that's been sampled, like Oops Upside Your Head.
Gotcha.
That was Snoop's Upside Your Head. They used that to sample that particular song. So it's a lot of stuff that you're going to know the song because it's been sampled, but they're going to show you that it was the original Motown or funk or it's cool. It's
So-
a good channel. Grown folks vibes.
It's like what yacht rock is to white people.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And you get some crossover too. There will be some yacht rock on grown folks vibes. It's not specific to race. It's just it is a predominantly rooted in Motown.
Yeah.
100%. But that channel rules because you get stuff that you're not going to hear anywhere else.
Well, John Graham, thanks so much for coming in. We appreciate it. And we will take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Corporate Time.